please don't tell me you're making these brand-damaging mistakes in your live chat support. Yes, live chat is a great way of increasing customer engagement and boosting website conversions. If you use it well, then it can allow you to offer excellent customer support, save yourself time and money, and increase your bottom line on top of that. However, many businesses are routinely making the same mistakes in their live chat, mistakes that can damage their brand and lose valuable customers. So today I'll run you through 9 of the top fails you might be making and show you how to fix them right away. Let's get into this. Number 1, you're making the customer work too hard. So live chat is meant to make your customer's life easier, but if you give them an overcomplicated process for even assessing it in the first place, then you're asking for too much. You see, some businesses demand layers of information before they offer their clients an agent. It's great for gathering data, however, terrible for customer experience. With that being said, it's not a bad thing to ask your customers for a few details before you get going. In fact, gathering the first name, location, and email address can help you to provide a more personalized experience. So, the problem. Customers have to fill out an endless list of fields before they even get to speak to an agent. We've got to get rid of this. No customer will be willing to fill out a whole bundle of private info before they even get to chat with an agent. Here's the solution. Work out in advance what you need to know about your customers. Think beyond the chat itself. If you have integrated your live chat with your CRM, website, or email tool, then this information can help you provide a long-term experience for your customers. However, keep the information as need to know. Don't ask for information that you'll never use. Time is money, and filling in just one more blank takes time. I mean, you'd just be adding extra barriers between you and the customer, and no one wants that. Number 2, you're making your customer wait too long. Based on the 2022 customer service report that we made, the average first response time on chat was 40 seconds. It's 5 seconds better than the year before. You want to try to be above that average. Making your customers wait will damage your business. In fact, research carried out by Forrester and Amex showed that 20% of Gen Z would stop using a brand if their live chat responses were too slow. As we can see, time really is of the essence in live chat. So why are so many businesses getting this wrong? Well, it all comes down to the fact that they are putting themselves on thin ice. It's either they're claiming to be available when in fact they're not, or they have too few agents to deal with the volume of requests. So only set up live chat if you know that you have the resources to provide a high quality service. It's better to offer email or telephone support than to offer poor quality live chat. Number 3, you're too automated. Automation in business is usually positive. It saves time, money, and creates uniformity and consistency. Some businesses make the mistake of thinking that their customers want an automated style from their live chat support, that it would provide their customers with a more consistent and controlled conversation. However, when the online consumers reach for live chat support, they're craving a personal response. They often come to live chat to get a deeper level of help that is more personalized. So this is what you've got to do to avoid it. Use templates with caution. Even though a script can help you stay consistent and relevant with the support you're offering, you don't want to be giving impersonal, generic advice. Instead, separate the repeatable questions that can be answered simply into a section that you can use a chatbot to respond with. For everything else, produce flexible scripts that can be used as a basis for more personal interactions from your trained and experienced agents. If you want to personalize your chat further, you can use avatars along with their names. And no matter what, don't use stock photos or made-up names. These are easily sniffed out as fake. Number 4, you have untrained staff. Don't think you can get away with not investing in live chat agents. By hiring agents that don't have the in-depth knowledge of your business and products or the experience to be able to give full and flexible support, you are taking a gigantic risk that might create more damage. Here's what you can do. Spend time recruiting the right people to handle live chat. And until you find the right agents, don't make your live chat available. You want to hire people with proven customer service skills and a personality that fits your brand. Secondly, make thorough training a priority and refreshing training at least twice a year or whenever you have product or process changes. Number 5, you're missing peak chat times. In an ideal world, you'll have agents working around the clock to provide 24/7 support for your customers. But this is not always possible, especially for growing businesses where the cash flow is tight. You see, businesses often make the mistake of providing the same standard hours, the 9 to 5 time slot, where live chat is covered, but not necessarily in demand. If you're a global business, then you could be receiving the majority of support requests from abroad at like 3 a.m. And if you don't have your live chat up and running at those times, you're missing a valuable opportunity to help your customers with a purchase. So what can you do? It's not an easy answer, since you might not have the budget you need to have a whole team of customer service reps working each and every day at each hour of the day. Therefore, the first thing you need to do is to identify the peak times you'd expect to receive the most requests for support. If you already have live chat on your website, go to the reports section and choose chats in the sidebar. The number of chats shows how many chats you get in general and at what point of the week you get the most of them. What's also useful is the 24-hour distribution, where you can see the hours of the day when you have chat peaks. It's also you can plan your agent's shifts better with the staffing prediction report. When you can't provide live chat support, direct your customers to a resource area or an FAQ page on your site so that they're not totally left in the dark when you're offline. Better still, provide live chat at your busiest times and then switch to chatbot support when your agents are out of working hours. Number 6, you value quantity over quality. Some businesses get way too confident and try to handle more chat conversations than they can provide value to. This is where cutting and pasting goes wrong, chats are mixed up, or customers are left on hold while other customers are dealt with. So what's the solution? Well, your first step should be prioritizing quality over quantity. While you're starting out with live chat, you want to put aside targets until your agents are confident dealing with chats and are delivering a high standard. Next, acknowledge that each of your agents will have their own limit of how many chats they can handle before customer service is negatively affected. You can start to develop targets with each of your agents, but keep these realistic. Number 7, your data spilling and creeping at your customers. With live chat, you can gather information about your customers, sometimes even sensitive information. Know that this is privileged, so it doesn't need to be repeated back to the customer. As a customer, when you get a sense that the customer service rep knows things about you that you haven't told them, it all gets a bit creepy. I mean, we're actually quite close to where you live, just down the street. So yes, you don't want to do that. Instead, you want to be completely transparent about the data you're collecting from your customers and only ask for information that will benefit them and the service you provide them. You want to use your data knowledge for a good reason. For example, if it would be beneficial to know your customer's purchasing history so that you can recommend products, then fine, ask for it. But don't be tempted to offer your customer a recommendation based on their buying history and then tell them that that's what you're doing. Number 8, you're missing opportunities to be helpful. The priority of your live chat is to provide helpful assistance to your customers, but there are usually opportunities within the chat to go the extra mile and provide proactive solutions rather than just respond to each question with a single response. The opportunities within this tactic can also benefit your business too, allowing you to upsell and cross-sell when appropriate. Let's say your customer came to you on live chat asking about a product that's sold out. When the customer asks if you can reorder it for them, you know you can't because you've discontinued the product and you're about to launch the Mark II, a superior version, in a few weeks' time. You have two options here. Either you could reply no, and the conversation is over, or you could tell them about the upgraded version that will be available soon, and if they sign up for your newsletter, they'll be updated about its availability over the coming weeks. You could also tell them about similar products if they can't wait that long. Either way, you're grabbing the opportunity to keep the customer engaged and interested, rather than shutting them down with a literal and unhelpful answer. Number 9, you failed to follow up after the chat has ended. Following up with customers after messaging on live chat is often overlooked by businesses, yet your follow-up is a prime opportunity to reinforce a positive customer experience and further nurture your customers' loyalty. And there's nothing wrong with using live chat as a lead generation tool. When used effectively, it can provide you with an excellent starting point from which to open up an ongoing conversation with your customer, providing valuable information and support throughout their sales journey. Integrate your live chat with your CRM solution and have the best start on providing great support. You can also integrate it with your email marketing solution so that you can automate follow-up emails, providing relevant added information and assistance. So now you know what not to do. And I'm proud of you for making it to the end of this video. You've got so much more knowledge on how to provide excellent customer support now. So congrats. Take care and see you soon.